He can't, because he wouldn't have been allowed to be the speaker if they didn't have enough dirt on him to hang him high. That's why if somebody does the right thing and then it comes out that they've got a mistress or it comes out that 20 years ago they took some money they shouldn't have or whatever, we've got to leave them alone and realize that's political dirty tricks. But until the public gets angry enough to get behind champions and to get, I mean, I'm sure there's no dirt on Rand Paul. They would have already brought it out, but they've sure tried to manufacture it. If we ask Rand Paul to run or Ted Cruz and then a couple skeletons come out of the closet, folks, you've got to understand that if the establishment is bringing out the skeletons, A, it's probably a lie or exaggerated, and it doesn't matter because it's the enemy trying to take down somebody that's good. It's very, very simple. We hang together, we hang separate. And I'm not glorifying Rand Paul or Ted Cruz, but I'll tell you this, the system doesn't like them and wants to destroy them. And they're an example to all these millions of people that are looking for a change, looking for an alternative. And the Republican leadership is offering more country club, Republican establishment corruption, and more socialism and corporate bailouts and wars and surveillance and police state and drug war. And the Democrats are offering more of the same, but with some cultural pandering of, oh, we care about the minorities that are really the majority now. Oh, and we care about women and you know, you're on our winning team. I mean, it's literally rah, Coke versus Pepsi, Chevy versus Ford. It means nothing. And that's why the Republicans have put into a bill for Lord Obama to sign to allow a little more choice for small businesses, because tens of millions are being kicked off their insurance. Some of the numbers are over 10 million, at least 7 million. And then, oh, Obama goes 6 million have signed up for Obamacare. That's not even true. It's not even 2 million now. And it does increase payroll taxes on poor people. If you're making $18,000 a year, your payroll tax went up. That is incredible. You can't live on that nowadays. If you've got kids, forget it. And every business I know is laying people off or cutting their hours, because most businesses, the owners are getting maybe 5% profit. And then half of that goes in taxes or more. What's the point? There are so many well-to-do, upper-middle-class people that are just selling their businesses or shutting down because they can retire now. Why should they keep a business going when all they get is grief and hell and bureaucrats because they are not exempt from Obamacare? Let's say you own P. Terry's hamburger chain that's just in Austin, Texas. Been around for maybe 10 years, very popular. I looked it up. They didn't get an Obamacare exemption. McDonald's right across the street on South Lamar and the river. Right across the street. We should do a report on that, how P. Terry's on this side of the street doesn't get an Obamacare exemption, but the McDonald's across the street does. McDonald's can keep its workers at 40 hours a week, but P. Terry's has got to cut them down by 10, 15 hours, or they've got to pay the Obamacare, and they can't afford it, or their hamburger's going to be $10. Doesn't matter their hamburger's organic. Doesn't matter it's flame broiled. Doesn't matter it tastes 100 times better than the plastic food across the street that literally has plastic in it. They can't compete with Subway across the street and McDonald's across the street, who are exempt. That's discrimination. While they're screaming black, black, white, race, male, female, north, south, blah, blah, blah. They're trying to scream about those differences to make us all fight about those. Because if we ever got together and went, man, I own an auto parts place and I'm not exempt, but that big national chain is. Let me tell you, that's a lawsuit. That's discriminatory. This law is a fraud. Repeal it. And it's over 80% now in major polls are against Obamacare. And as it kicks in, people are against it. And what does the establishment do? Oh, there's no fines. There's no penalties. My CPA tells me, most people are on salary around here, but if it's the equivalent, we're going to have to lay people off or cut their hours, at least a few people. Or I guess I'll just have to sit there and have more advertising just to pay more taxes. I mean, it's a losing battle. I'm being told, get ready to pay the penalty. And then if I say I'm getting ready to pay penalties, the media says, liar, it doesn't exist, when it exists on record. Because only about 10% of the public now actually has employees. They know 90% of you don't know and literally think we're lying to you. That's how evil these people are. The unions are exempt. All of them are exempt, but me and you. That's discriminatory. I don't care what color you are, what religion you are. You're not part of the insider club. You're going to get screwed. And now the Republicans have passed some legislation where some medium-sized corporations might be able to have a little more choice in joining larger health groups. And again, that's the Republicans messing with Obamacare instead of repealing it when they could literally blow on it and it would fall over. It's a house made of straw. They don't have to huff or puff or anything. You just literally poke it, it falls over. Universally unpopular, growing more unpopular by the day. The 20% of morons out there that still suck their thumbs and think Obama loves them haven't figured out it's a giant screw job yet. They're about to wake up. We can't repeal something this evil, this discriminatory. No, we can't, because the Republican leadership are degenerate, filthy criminals.
Jessica Armand here, creator of My Magic Mud, the all-natural teeth whitener and strengthening remedy that's getting rave reviews from GCN listeners. Here's what Austin dentist Dr. Griffin Cole has to say about it.
I really love this Magic Mud product. Because charcoal is so absorbent, it's very effective at taking off all the sticky plaque and debris that gets stuck on our teeth every day. I highly recommend My Magic Mud.
Visit mymagicmud.com to hear the full interview with Dr. Cole. Get your jar today. That's mymagicmud.com.
We the people grow cotton, weave fabric, engrave ink, embed strips and fibers to protect from counterfeit and carting to a private bank, having it lent back at interest, forcing taxes to service debt. This capitalism, or was Jefferson correct when stating a central bank issuing the public currency is a greater menace to the liberties of the people than a standing army? Ted Anderson, I'm placing a free silver dollar in a book that explains our monetary system. Call for your copy, 800-686-2237. It's time to understand the system. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
Hi, folks. Alex Jones here with some important information. I want to tell you about Matt Redhawk and his team of patriots over at My Patriot Supply. Several years ago, Matt was sitting in his two-bedroom apartment, frustrated with the direction this country was headed and the charlatans willing to sell us out for a quick buck. Deciding to take action, a company run by patriots for patriots was born. My Patriot Supply has never taken a loan or accepted outside funding. They now operate 2 distribution facilities and employ over 50 hardworking American men and women. It is rare to find companies who practice what they preach. And that's why I stock my pantry with high-quality storable foods from My Patriot Supply. Go to mypatriotsupply.com/Alex today for special offers on emergency food storage, or call their preparedness specialist at 866-229-0927. That's 866-229-0927. Do business with someone who shares your values. mypatriotsupply.com/Alex.
Listeners of GCN know governments and identity thieves around the world are illegally spying on our digital data. This puts you at risk of financial loss or potential targeting because of your political affiliation or spiritual beliefs. But now there's a new, free, and easy way to protect yourself. Regain your privacy and security now with Unseen. Unseen is a free digital communication service that offers email, chat, audio, and video calling, plus cloud storage. All secured with unparalleled encryption and is hosted in Iceland, where your data is protected by some of the strongest privacy laws in the world. For a limited time, GCN listeners get a 20% discount when upgrading to Unseen's premium service, which offers more storage and even greater security. Plus, get huge discounts when you buy multiple premium accounts. Perfect for your family, Bible study, political action group, or business. This isn't just your average radio ad. This is a call to action. You now have the power at your fingertips to stop Big Brother in his tracks. So why wait? Go to unseennow.com and take action today. That's unseennow.com.
This is the end, beautiful friend.
As a nation, we don't really have morals in government anymore. It's entirely piratical, and as the resources begin to run down under tyranny, it will become more piratical, more rapacious, more abusive. I mean, look at these headlines. IRS agent testimony. No progressive groups were targeted by IRS, only libertarian, conservative, Christian, or pro-life, or veterans groups critical of the VA. Basically, anyone standing up for themselves, any special interest by the American people must be destroyed, must be dismantled. There's the testimony. But they've already given testimony that they never persecuted anyone. DOJ refuses to appoint special prosecutor. Remember that? And who wants to live in a country or a world where they can politically persecute people, get caught, and not get in trouble? Richard Nixon got caught and had to step down because everyone understood, man, this is dangerous. But not now, because they're doing the Lord's work. I was back there during the break getting a cup of coffee, and Al Sharpton was on saying, we've got to continue to fight against racism, and the new racism is voting rights. We've got to let Americans vote. We've got to give driver's license to the illegals, basically, is what he was saying. Yeah, let's bring in foreign groups who will vote for welfare and vote to take your guns and vote to make you a slave of the governing class that's screwing all the poor people over. Amazing to live under this magnitude of evil. Now, I'm going to start the next hour and get into series of small quakes, rock Oklahoma. We're going to get into Mali suspects first Ebola cases as regional death toll tops 90. 5 signs the global economy recovery may be an illusion, London Guardian. Wow, some reality out of the Guardian. We're going to get more into Obamacare and Jeb Bush saying that it's loving to have open borders. We're also going to get into the latest on the Fort Hood situation and some breaking news there. Also, Eastern Ukraine is moving to join Russia. That's a big deal, up on Infowars.com. Jeb Bush, again, I already mentioned this, illegal immigration is an act of love. Bilderberg is trying to disguise location of 2014 meeting. We've also got a special report I filed, Secret of Military Suicides Exposed. It's very important to get out to folks. We're going to tweet that at Twitter as well, at Real Alex Jones. Armed feds prepare for showdown with Nevada cattle rancher. Trend analyst says, yes, there will be riots in major cities. The government's gearing up for that. That is just some of the news up on Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com that we're going to be getting to today. Briefly, we are listener supported. Our sponsors, folks like MyPatriotSupply.com/Alex, great storable foods, great customer service, super high quality, a lot of other great products. MyPatriotSupply.com/Alex. You can simply go to their site there and find a lot of great deals. This hour was brought to you by those folks. And please don't forget that we have supplements that have really had dramatic effects on me. Anybody can look at me and see that I'm still a little bit overweight, but I've lost a ton of weight, distributed it to muscle, have a lot more energy, a lot more stamina. It was explained to me by a lot of people like Dr. Group, but also pharmacist Ben Fuchs, that I would tan better, that everybody tans better and has healthier skin if you get proper iodine. I now go out in the sun a couple times and have an incredible Hollywood tan. I mean, it is just amazing that used to, I'm an outdoorsman, and I would just burn and get spots all over me. You know, freckles. Now I actually get a tan. I mean, it's ridiculous. I love it. And I'm telling you, it's the iodine, InfoWarsLife.com. You can also get the Super Male Vitality. You can also get so many of the other fine products there, like the new Lung Shield, Lung Cleanse, InfoWarsLife.com or 888-253-3139. Stay with us. Next hour coming up.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
From the water table to our soils to the atmosphere itself, our world is becoming more and more toxic each and every day. But it's not just the air outside that's toxic. Indoor air has been shown to have 2 to 5 times higher concentrations of pollutants than even outdoor air. And most Americans spend 90% of their time inside using toxic chemicals within their homes. There are more than 42 million smokers in the United States. Well over 1,000 types of mold and mildew linked to numerous conditions. And don't forget the fact that 6 million Americans humans live with pets they're allergic to as well. When I began to research these statistics, it was clear to me it was time to start cleansing my lungs in order to combat the toxic environment that we cannot escape, but that we can fight back against. Made with organic and wild cultivated herbs and manufactured in the USA, the new InfoWars Life Lung Cleanse is here in a convenient spray bottle that can be brought with you throughout any toxic environment. Now available exclusively at InfoWarsLife.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-31.